Good evening, everyone. Hello. Let's just start with our eyes closed and listening to some music. What we say as the three great mantras, and just resting our attention on the top of our head. A few nice deep breaths in. And out. Okay. So welcome everyone to all attending the second day, and a warm welcome to those here for the first time. I would like to reiterate how excited we are and actually feel honored and humbled to be part of your spiritual journey of discovery of yourself, your soul systems, how these relate, the state of your soul system relates or reflects on your mental, physical, and your emotional health. So as we mentioned yesterday, Sahaja Yoga means the spontaneous union with the divine. It is a technique created by Shri Mataji, as I see, a gift to the seekers of the world that search for the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. So yesterday, Tony took us through the self-realization process of awakening this innate energy within ourselves. And that the fact that we can feel this awakening as vibrations or breeze on our hands. Through the next few days, we will go over the details of the solar system. We'll teach you about your energy channels. We'll teach you about the energy centers or chakras, as we call it. But the emphasis on the first couple of days is always to ensure that you can actually feel this process happening within yourself, to feel it manifest as reality, to give you the ability or enabling you to decode what you're feeling. So watch as we are meditating, watch what you're feeling, see what you're feeling, and then as we talk about the energy centers and the chakras, you'll be able to relate that to what you're feeling and why you're feeling it. So that's a great, intriguing journey of knowing yourself, of self-discovery. For now, today, I'm actually very excited to invite our next guest presenter, Nick, who studied music in India, who teaches music in Melbourne, and is simply amazing on the saxophone. So we are looking forward to an absolute musical extravaganza tonight. Hello, Nick.
Good evening, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be joining you for this meditation session. Just by way of introduction, I've been meditating for a number of years, practicing Sahaja Yoga, and I'm sure that tonight we'll have a really nice experience with the guided meditations, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of the music at the end of the program to help with the meditation.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that. And tell us a bit about yourself, Nick. How long, when did you start Sahaja? Your first experience as meditation? We've got a lot of new seekers today. It's a good story. Usually I love listening to everyone's stories of their first experience and a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, thanks, Rita. I grew up in Sydney, and I was studying music at uni in Sydney. We're talking 30 plus years ago. And I was introduced to Sahaja Yoga meditation by a fellow student there. And it's been quite an incredible journey. After starting to practice Sahaja Yoga, I ended up living in India and studying music in India for about 4 years in the mid-90s. and then came back to Australia and continued meditating here. And I've lived in a few different cities around Australia, so it's been very nice to wherever I end up living for a while. There's always familiar faces within the Sahaja Yoga community, and it's so nice to get together and meditate on a regular basis, either in person or through these online sessions as well.
Yes, it has, and I've heard you a few times. It's just amazing. So I'm absolutely looking forward to hearing you tonight. So we're going to have Nick playing us a beautiful piece as an outro music today to keep us in meditation at the end of the session, which is fantastic. So I suppose from what we did yesterday and today, there's my request would be this to everyone attending our session today or watching this on YouTube later, is to look at this as a scientist. I mean, the hypothesis we propose is that you can experience the Kundalini, you can experience the subtle system through your nervous system, and you can feel it manifest as a cool breeze on top of your head and on your hands. So, keeping an open mind, let us test this theory over the next few days. And to help prove our hypothesis, I would like to invite our presenter today, who is Sangeeta, a wealth of knowledge and experience. And it is a great privilege to have her here with us today. Hello, Sangeeta.
Hello, Rita. Thank you for inviting me. Hello.
How are you today?
Good, thank you. And it is a exciting day for me today because I think first time probably I will be presenting program online.
Yes. Yes.
So I am excited about it.
Fantastic. Yes, me too. Because I've known Sangeeta for a long time. And we used to do programs in Adelaide at the community centres. So we've done the first journey there, and this is your first journey here. Very exciting. So tell us about you coming. Your I suppose coming in Sahaj.
Well, actually, I've been practicing Sahaj more than 40 years. I grew up with it, basically, So it is a very, I can't see my life without it. It is a part and parcel of my life. Sahaj is a huge part of my life, is Sahaj. And I find it very beneficial. That's how, we do community programs in the council halls and things like that to give the people benefit of it as well.
Yeah.
So it's been such a long journey, but it is a very joyful journey, I should say. And every day is a new day, and every day you learn new things. Yeah. And so it's just nice to give it to the people to try
nice
this.
To share that. Yes, nice to share that joy that you feel. That's right. So as you say, it kind of becomes a part of, it becomes more of a lifestyle choice, isn't it? Because you're kind of using it in all phases of your life.
Yes, yes.
And being, as you say, you've been in Sahaj since childhood. So obviously you've used it through your student years with education and things like that.
Yes, very much so. I remember, actually, if I may say, my one experience, early days experience.
Yes,
because I was very new in Sahaj then, year 10 exams. It was a maths paper. I did study it, but obviously, you don't study everything kind of thing. So went to give the paper, and few other questions was completely blank. I was completely blank. That, oh my God, I'm gonna fail it now, So, but then just closing my eyes and just remembering what Shri Mataji was saying, put your attention on your sahasrara there. So I did that. I don't know what I wrote. I wrote the paper, but I passed with the flying colors, I should say. Don't know how.
Well, that's very much of an Einstein experience, isn't it? As Einstein said, his theory, he doesn't know where it came from. It just came.
I know what I wrote there, to be honest.
That's right. And I think that's what we say, that when we, when you are, that knowledge, that connectivity is all within us. And, as science has proved, as humans, we only use a very small percentage of our brain. So with this experience, yes, we actually do end up tapping on to a different level of memory and attention and working ability.
Definitely.
That is true. Fantastic. So I will give the floor to you if you wanted to let us know what you're doing today, and please take us through the program.
Sure.
And thank you very much again for being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, first of all, welcome to everyone for today's session. As you have heard, probably, I'm Sangeeta from South Australia. And I've been practicing this yoga a long time. I work in the health industry. And meditation benefits me in every day, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Today, we are going to a few different things. Today's topic is about how we can sustain our growth by doing this meditation. And then after that, we also going through the same practice what we went yesterday about self-realization, to deepen our self-realization. And then a little bit of more meditation. Along the way, we will learn simple techniques of raising the Kundalini and putting on the Bandhan. So to start the session, let's everybody sit comfortably. Just sit down, relax your shoulders, your eyes, put your hands, palm open on your lap. And close your eyes. We're not doing anything, just close your eyes and do the simple deep breath. So we breathe in, nice and slow, hold, and let it go. Again, breathe in, hold, and let it go. Now slowly open your eyes and you'll see the subtle system chart on the screen. We have a subtle system chart on the screen, please. There you go. You can see the subtle system. The subtle system consists of 7 energy centers and 3 channels, and the Kundalini in the triangular bone. So there is a left channel, is our past. It corresponds to our past, our emotions, our desires. And the right side, the right sympathetic system, corresponds to our actions, our planning, our mental and physical activity. And you can see the central channel now. That's the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the channel of our ascent, which sustains our evolution and guides us towards higher awareness. And the Kundalini, which is sitting in the triangular bone, passes through this central channel, pierces through the fontanel bone area to enter into the subtle energy of all pervading power. This is how the actualization of self-realization takes place. That Kundalini sitting in that triangular bone rises through the 6 centers, comes on top of your head, and manifests as a cool breeze. So let's get our self-realization again. We are going to watch and follow the self-realization process by Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga. So in the video that says, please close your eyes, but don't close your eyes, as you need to see where you have to put your hands. So we'll have a realization process going through. So follow the video as well.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the Kundalini to rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence, to help the Kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now, please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across. On the left hand side, in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say, again with full confidence, 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, O Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization, because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times, very hard. slowly, saying that.
Now close your eyes. Keeping your attention on top of your head. We'll sit a few more minutes in silence to see if we can feel the cool breeze, which is the manifestation of the Kundalini energy. Hopefully you are feeling something. So to check that, just take your right hand, open your eyes, and just take your right hand on top of your head, just few inches above the fontanel bone, and just see if you can feel that very subtle, very pleasant coolness. Some of you may find it a bit warm or hot as well. Now take down the hand and check with your left hand. Just take it up and see if you can feel that. Now we move on to the next topic. Today we are talking about how we can grow into our meditation, how we can sustain our meditation. And for that, daily meditation is required. Just 5 or 10 minutes of the day. You have to get into the discipline to do the meditation, either in the morning or in the evening. Both times are fine as well. And when you meditate, you are in silence. And that silence takes you into the thoughtless awareness. And then the growth of awareness takes place. And then, we find that silence, no thoughts, and that's a bliss. So again, to talk about sort of, we everyday life, we human beings commonly experience different states of awareness in our daily lives. The first is the waking state of consciousness every day in the daytime. And the second one is the dreaming state of consciousness, when we dream something. Third is the state of deep sleep, in which the mind, the ego, and the superego, they are still. But we have to go beyond that. And there is a fourth state. The state is called the thoughtless awareness. This state is achieved by doing the meditation only. And we believe that Sahaja Yoga meditation helps to achieve this thoughtless awareness. This state is, which is the constant rising of thoughts and falling thoughts, that becomes reduced at the end of it. Because, we say we're doing meditation, but we're constantly thinking. That's not a meditation. So we learn in the Sahaja Yoga meditation, we learn how to achieve that state of thoughtless awareness. And our growth in Sahaja Yoga meditation lifts us to this level of consciousness. So in the state of thoughtlessness, thoughtless awareness, what we have, we think neither the past or present, neither the past or the future. We are in the present moment. So when you are in the present moment, you start to enjoy yourself, your spirit, your inner beauty, beauty of the nature, because we're not bombarded by these thoughts so much, which pollutes our attention. And in this state, we start feeling the vibrations on our chakras. We'll learn about those things later in the weeks, obviously. So once again, I like to emphasize that to achieve this state, meditation is very important. So to grow into it, we'll go through some simple techniques of meditation, simple techniques of raising the Kundalini and putting on Bandhan practically. So we have to protect our subtle system. This is an important part of the meditation as well. The practice of raising the Kundalini and putting ourselves in Bandhan, it's to get ready for the meditation. So we'll do the video of Shri Mataji here, putting on Bandhan and raising the Kundalini. We'll follow it with her as well.
Hand has to be put in front like that, and the right hand is to be turned in a clockwise manner. Let's do it like that. You start moving it up, take it up like this, take it up, push back your head and loosen your shoulders and give it a twist. Now you tie it up there. One. You'll see the result just now, the proof of it. Now again do it. Take it up, push back, give another tie. Now the third one has to be 3 times you have to tighten. Again do it. It's very simple. Everybody can do it. 1, 2, and 3. Now you see, you'll feel it more. Like this, and give a kind of a protection to your aura. Now 1, this one protection to the 7 centers, so 7. Then 2, then again the 3, then the 4, then the 5, all the centers, then to the 6, and then to the 7.
So raising our Kundalini at the beginning of the meditation and the end of the meditation helps to settle our subtle system into the more balanced state. So hopefully everyone's got that little bit of it. We will go through that more detail in coming weeks as well. So we'll do the quiet meditation just for 1 minute, closing your eyes and putting your attention on top of your head. While doing this meditation, we listen to Shri Mataji's talk about the power of silence.
But first and foremost thing is to meditate and to raise your Kundalini. Meditation is the only way you can grow. There's no other way out. Because when you meditate, you are in silence. You are in thoughtless awareness. Then the growth of awareness takes place. Then it opens out. But if you are thinking, supposing there's a lake and the lake is completely in a turmoil, nothing can grow. But supposing it is silent, then lotuses can grow, anything can grow in it. In the same way, if your mind is agitated and your growth is not yet fully expressing itself, then it's such a vicious circle that you are agitated and your growth is hindered. Again you are agitated, your growth is hindered. So the best way is to take to meditation. When you take to meditation, this turmoil will settle down. And when it will settle down, your growth will take place. After meditation, you will feel definitely that you have come out very well, you have grown very well. But for that, one has to be very honest. You cannot force people to be honest. That's one thing you can't do. You have to be honest to yourself. You have not to be hypocrite. You have to see for yourself that whatever you are doing is for your benevolence. It's for your good, and that you have to do it because it is good for you to begin with, and then for the good of the humanity. You are doing for the good of the humanity. Now, some people who come for the first time will have lots of doubts because of ego. They have lots of doubts because of ego. How can that be? How can this be? All kinds of things they ask. Now, you have to say that first of all, you develop your insight. You develop your enlightenment. Your light is not sufficient. In the light only there are no doubts. Supposing in darkness you think that this table has no cover. It's all right. You can think whatever you like. But when there is light, you see for yourself there is a beautiful cover on top of this table. In the same way, it happens to us that we have to achieve a state. And once we achieve that state, then there's no question, there's no doubt, there's nothing, and you become so empowered. It is such a simultaneous thing. It works as soon as you achieve something, it works. When it works, then you are convinced. I'd say it's a very beautiful new chain starts within yourself, and then you really start enjoying your joy of yourself. In the most chaotic conditions this world is today. So at that time, a kind of a silence will come within you. When there will be any such crisis, immediately you will become extremely silent. But this is again a state, I am telling. So now, if there is something that makes you upset or makes you unhappy, try to reach that point, that axis, which is just silence. And this silence will make you really powerful, because this silence is not only yours. When you are in that silence, you are in the silence of the cosmos. Silence of the cosmos. And the silence of the cosmos works for you. You are in connection with that cosmic power, we can call it, but it's more than that, is divine power, I should say. Divine power which is working all the cosmos also. So if you just become silent within yourself, know that you are sitting in the kingdom of God. It's like this. When, say, you get the great honor of becoming a king, then you walk up to your throne and you sit down and look around and you feel the silence of the state that now you are the king. This silence is the sign that you are definitely you are now in contact with the divine. You are silent because the divine is going to look after everything. You don't have to do anything, just keep silent. But not forcibly, it's again a state. See, if any turmoil takes place, any problem takes place, suddenly your attention will jump onto that silence. And once you jump onto that silence, you being in contact with this whole all-pervading power. Now, when I talk about all-pervading power, we still don't understand what it is. What it means, this all-pervading power of love. Is it some sort of an energy floating around? Or is it some sort of a river or some sort of a ether? It is the complete, the totality of reality.
Now, once again, we will see if we can do go into the meditation, see if we can tap into that silent state, just for the glimpse of it with the music. So close your eyes, palm upward on your lap, and put your attention on top of your head. So let's finish the meditation with Kundalini rising and Bandhan, if you remember it. So the left hand goes straight, and then the right hand rotate on top of the head. Give a 1 knot. Now, second time. Two knots. Now, third time. 3 knots. And we'll put the bandhan on, the protection, with the right hand over the head, coming down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sangeeta. That was an absolutely beautiful meditation and such a wealth of information. I think, as we said, as you were saying with the bandhan, it does help you to settle in that meditation because of that process of raising that kundalini, and you're moving the hand around because the energy in nature, Shri Mataji was talking about the cosmos and that everywhere the energy is moving in a clockwise direction. So that's kind of what the kundalini is also moving, as the video clip that we saw at the end of Shri Mataji's self-realization process. It's moving through, and hence we are kind of rotating that around as we are raising it up. But I think the other thing is also when we're doing, I suppose at the start of the meditation, we're putting the bandhan on as a protection so that kind of external factors don't disturb our attention, because it's a very subtle thing. And then we're doing it at the end because we, through your meditation, as you were saying, you get into that thoughtless state. You've kind of balanced out, the energy is working, and you kind of want to sustain it as long as you can.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, we could really feel, I hope everyone could feel the same, that attention or the vibrations on top of their head or their hand. But say, for example, someone has not felt it, or they're feeling warm or tingling on their hands, what would you say to them?
I would say, actually, that's a good thing that they are feeling something, you see. So that means that the energy is working, and there is some obstacles are there. But, just to do the meditation, there are techniques we will teach you later on to remove those obstacles, and you feel the cool breeze then.
Yes, that's right. And eventually it does work.
It does. It depends what situation or what situation you are in, and your subtle system must be not that great or something. That's how you feel those. But sometimes some people feel it straight away on top of their head cool, you see.
So it basically depends on the health of our subtle system. But as we
Exactly.
meditation, as that, as Shri Mataji was saying, when you're achieving, and you were saying you achieve that state of thoughtless awareness, where you are being part and parcel of the silence of the cosmos, it starts to work on you, and it starts to settle the subtle, all that, the subtle system back, brings it, health back, brings it back into balance, and you start feeling those vibrations. Yes. And that was a very interesting point you made, Sangeeta, about the fact that regular meditation, because as we know, practice makes perfect. So it is definitely something that we recommend. The videos will be there online, so you can just use the meditation part, sit for that 5 to 10 minute meditation. Again, it's like for us, when we shower every day, or you eat every day. So you shower to cleanse yourself because you're going out, you get dirty, you get messy. So similarly, for us, you're going out and, as you were saying, your day-to-day activities that you're doing, you're, absorbing vibrations, the attention's all over. So it's a really great practice to do.
Yes. That's our recommendation, to practice it. Even though you don't feel it, just practice it, persist with it. And benefits are there, definitely.
Yes, that's right. And as you were saying, a lot of thoughts and I suppose the way we look at it is in terms of the thoughts is, the subtle system is innate. It has that great quality of being part and parcel of the cosmos, or all the, as we will be talking about the chakras and the qualities and stuff that's there, but it's like a little rock you're throwing in a pond. So the rock might be nice and beautiful, but when you put the rock in, you get all the waves, but eventually that settles down to the innate quality of the, of the pool, or innate quality of the lake, of that stillness that is there. And the thoughts are kind of like waves. So you've got like one thought coming through, you've got a second, sometimes even before the first thought finishes, the second starts. So as the attention settles, as that meditation deepens, what's happening is that space between the waves. So as one thought goes and the second, that little gap starts to widen. And that is what is that state of being in the present, yeah? So, and being in, yes, so hopefully over the next few weeks, as we were saying, look at it as a little hypothesis and an experiment that you can achieve that state. But really, there are other ways of manifesting that, isn't it? Because you feel like calm, or you might feel reduced anxiety, or you sleep really well, isn't it? Even if you're not feeling.
Yeah, it's a small things, you may not be aware of it, you see. So they do start to happen.
Yes, that's right. So let's invite Nick, because we've got actually, thank you, Nick, but quickly before I ask you to start playing on, I just realized I better mention the fact that we have our freemeditation.com.au website where you can go in and get the link to join the Zoom session, or join us through YouTube. And before he screens through, we've got that little WhatsApp group where you can join in to have a chat, ask questions, get involved in that. Any information or news is put on there. Of course, you can register for future courses. Now, the greatest thing about this is, as you go down, so these are where you'll join us, Zoom and YouTube, is this week 1, week 2, and week 3. So anyone that has missed yesterday's session can go into day 1 and you can watch that on YouTube. And so today's session will be up again on there. So each day it's there. So when we are saying practicing the day 1, morning and night meditation. So say, for example, you might go, I remember, I had a great meditation when I did it the first day. You can go back, play the little meditation section, and then use those again and again for your meditation. The other thing is we have the resources section where, of course, if you go down again, you'll see we've got, yes, so here we go. So the meditation and balancing guide that we did today, there should be, so there you can see. The affirmations that we used are there. The information about putting bandhan on is there. So, instead of worrying about what it is, you can go straight there, have a look, feel confident, practice about it. And the main thing, as we said, is, the knowledge is there, but the experience of it is more important to meditate and to kind of grow deeper in that meditation. And I think down below we have a few more resources. Do we? Sorry, no. No, that's the glossary of the term. Sorry. So eventually what we will be doing is on this page, we also add resources in terms of music for meditation, any other, little Shri Mataji's talks that we have used and things like that. So that will come on eventually. At the moment, you can link in and just go through those daily meditation sessions that will come up. So that's all our housekeeping for today. Thank you very much, Sangeeta, for
Thank you, Rita.
a fantastic program tonight. And welcome, Nick. You'll take us into a beautiful meditation extravaganza with your music.
Thank you, Rita, and thanks, Sangeeta, for those.
Welcome. So if you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about the music you're playing, and then we'll start from there. And thank you everyone for your presence here, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Rita. So please stay with us for a few more minutes. We're going to do a little bit of an experiment. I'm proposing to all of you that we'll do a little bit of an experiment. As you've heard throughout the program, we've had music playing through some of the meditations this evening, and the idea behind the music, as you know, you might have experienced this already, is that our attention, if we're listening to music or we're at a concert, or it might not just be music, it might be dance, or we're looking at a beautiful work of art or something like that, we find that our attention is drawn to that. And that in itself is very significant, because we find that art or music or anything like that has the ability to take our attention out of those mundane day-to-day thoughts, those worries and stresses, and we sort of escape that day-to-day existence for some time by the power of our attention. Our attention is captured or moved somewhere out of those mundane thoughts, and we enjoy that experience. It's usually quite an enjoyable type of experience. So the experiment I'm proposing this evening is that I'm going to play some music live for you, and it's a piece of Indian classical music that I've learned, and the nature of the music is that it's a spontaneous performance, or a spontaneous event, in that it's improvised music. And what I'm proposing is that we meditate, or we try and meditate, like to try and keep our attention above the top of our head, out of, above our thoughts. And one way that might help to get us started is that when you're listening to the music, you can try this. You can actually try and imagine that you're listening to the music from your Sahasrara, from the top of the head. I know that sounds a little bit strange, but give it a go and see what the effect is. So what I'm suggesting that'll happen is that once our attention is free from our thoughts, we can then start to experience this energy flow that you might have already experienced today or in previous sessions, or you're just starting to experience this energy flow in the body, and hopefully the listening to the music will help develop that experience. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nick. That was absolutely divine. Great entry.
I all enjoyed that. Thank you very much for the opportunity again, Rita, to play something on tonight's program.
Looking forward to it again. We have you on a few times. So, Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. We will see you again tomorrow. And thank you very much for the tech team. They work very hard.